Bolliger & Mabillard, also known as B&M, is a very common and reliable roller coaster manufacturer. B&M was founded by Walter Bolliger and Claude Mabillard as a spin-off from the previous company they worked for, Giovanola. The company's origins date back to 1988, and their first roller coaster, Iron Wolf, opened at Six Flags Great America in 1990. Partnering with Clearmont Steel Fabricators to manufacture their track, and making a deal with Six Flags to build Iron Wolf, the company was officially in business. Quickly developing new models, the company grew steadily and rose as one of the best manufacturers in the industry. Looking to grow its company, B&M developed its most notable and popular coaster model, the inverted coaster. The first being Batman the Ride at Six Flags Great America, the coaster provided an experience where riders were suspended below the track, providing a unique feel that had not been seen before. The ride model gained lots of traction and was quickly seen at many parks around the world. It got the company name out into the industry and built relationships with many parks that would lead to benefits later on in the manufacturer's career. The inverted coaster to this day is still the most sold model from B&M, with 32 being built around the world. Not as successful as the inverted model, but still very popular among the coaster industry, came the dive coaster. The first one being Oblivion at Alton Towers in 1998. The dive coaster presented a unique experience as it would hold you at the top of the vertical drop for a few seconds before releasing you into the layout. This would catch the eye of anyone in the park and became another popular model, with 17 being installed across the globe. Another unique model developed by B&M was the wing coaster, with Raptor at Gardaland. This design featured seats on both sides of the track, allowing riders to experience a flying sensation and have the design opportunity for near-miss elements throughout the ride. This is still a fairly popular model today with a total of 18 installations. Aside from these unique developments from B&M, they also had their take on more traditional models like the sit-down, floorless, hypercoaster, and flying coaster models. The sit-downs were like traditional roller coasters seen before the time of B&M, a coaster with a lift hill and multiple inversions. The floorless coaster was similar to the sit-down in terms of ride experience, but the train design had no floor in front of the riders, giving the riders a leg dangling sensation. The hypercoaster, presented by other manufacturers prior, was a model practically perfected by the team at B&M, providing for a comfortable, airtime-filled experience. The flying coaster was similar to the Vekoma Flying Dutchman seen a few years prior, but gave a flying-type feel as riders traversed the layout. Although these models weren't innovators in the industry like the invert, wing, and dive, they were still widely successful, provided enjoyable experiences, and could be seen at parks across the world. During the early 2000s, developments of new models slowed down, with only 2 new models being developed in nearly a 20-year span. Those two being Wing Coaster in 2011 and the Family Inverted Coaster in 2014. With the slowed production of new models, B&M was missing out on 2 key parts of the industry: family coasters and launch coasters. Before 2023, B&M only had 3 launch coasters: Incredible Hulk at Universal Islands of Adventure, featuring an uphill tire launch and its clone, and then Thunderbird at Holiday World, featuring an LSM launch. During a time in the industry when it seemed like launches became more and more popular, B&M didn't take advantage of this incredible business opportunity. This could be for one of 2 reasons. 1, B&M didn't have any models that were easily attachable with a launch, or parks just weren't asking B&M for launch coasters. This is a huge missed opportunity by the company during the early part of the continuingly launch-focused industry. Another missed opportunity by B&M is the family coaster market. Prior to the development of the family inverted coaster, B&M only targeted one audience: high thrill seekers. Their family inverted coaster model was just in time for the huge growth in the family thrill industry, but it just never gained traction, with only 2 being sold in China. This one wasn't really B&M's fault, but it did miss a major business opportunity that the company could have had. However, in the past couple of years, things with B&M have majorly changed for the better. For one, they took a huge step into the launch industry by opening Pipeline the Surf Coaster at SeaWorld Orlando, Mandrill Mayhem, a shuttle wing coaster, and opening next year will be Penguin Trek, a family sit-down coaster featuring a launch. The company went from having only 3 launch coasters from the start of the company in the late 1980s until 2022 to having 3 launch coasters open within back-to-back years, 2023 and 2024. The first recent launch coaster to open by B&M was Mandrill Mayhem at Chessington World of Adventures. It's a shuttle wing coaster featuring a multi-pass LSM launch and 1 inversion. The next was Pipeline at SeaWorld Orlando. It features a different take on the stand-up coaster with more comfortable trains and unique airtime moments. The third to open up in back-to-back years will be Penguin Trek, opening at SeaWorld Orlando in 2024. It features 2 launches and improved trains from B&M. This shows that B&M is realizing the power of the launch industry and taking advantage of these large opportunities to sell a multitude of products. I expect the involvement of B&M in the launch industry to exponentially grow over the next 5 years. The next step B&M is taking to grow their role in the industry was to step into the family thrill market. B&M developed the sit-down family coaster, which will debut at SeaWorld Orlando in 2024 with Penguin Trek, and the family invert, which will be introduced to the US with Phoenix Rising, coming to Busch Gardens, Tampa in 2024. In an industry where it seems like competitors were selling family coasters all the time, it felt like B&M wasn't a part of this large market. Now they are starting to see their family models gain traction and get their name out into the family thrill market as well as the high thrill market. This new opportunity that was given to the company will help them greatly succeed in the coaster industry. B&M is also enhancing this change by developing new and unique models like the Surf Coaster. The Surf Coaster debuted at SeaWorld Orlando this year as the first of its kind. It was a much improved version of the stand-up coaster with a twist. During a moment of weightlessness, the whole seat would rise up, providing a surf-like feeling. I'm not going to dive into the debatable success of the surf model, but the fact that B&M is still looking to innovate and create unique experiences that aren't seen anywhere else in the industry, especially after their long break during the past few years, is promising for the company's future. It's fairly possible that we see more unique models developed by B&M in the next coming years. One other thing that B&M is doing to help their company advance in the industry is developing modern restraints, over-the-shoulder lap bars like seen with competitors Intamin and Mach. From personal experience, I can say that these types of restraints are some of my favorite out there, and they provide for a comfortable yet open ride experience. The fact that B&M developed these to include on their family model is promising. This will allow for an even better and more comfortable ride experience on their already great coasters. I would love to see B&M incorporate these restraints onto some of their high thrill rides as well. The company is looking at areas that could improve, for example the restraints, and doing everything they can to better it. Overall, B&M is taking many steps to improve their part in the industry, especially by having products of all styles, from family to high thrill, as well as popular market products such as launches and unique ride experiences. B&M's future is looking to be very, very bright. The company is looking at parts of the industry where business is doing really good and advancing their company to take advantage of these busy markets. It's safe to say that the company has recently undergone a change that will better their success in the future. I'm excited to see what the team at B&M develops in the next coming years, and the industry will greatly improve because of this big change.